Now, we all know the president of the United States sent out a tweet about Shedeur doing the draft, doing his draft slide, and the White House is taking credit for Shedeur getting drafted to the Cleveland Browns. And we're going to take a look if it's a connection between the Cleveland Browns owner and Donald Trump himself. But first, let's take a listen to what Shilo had to say about Donald Trump's tweet.
Well, did you guys have any response when President Trump tweeted that out?
Fam, I'm not even gonna lie, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen, bro.
Bro, was that not crazy? Someone sent that. I think one of my family members sent it to me, and I said, that shit's fake 100%. And then 5 people sent it to me, and I was like, holy shit, Trump's actually tuned in and tweeted this.
Fam, if you got the president tweeting, bro, you know something's wrong, bro.
Right? I know something's wrong, and I'm not going to say who told him what was going on behind the scenes, but just say it was someone close to me that maybe put it in his head that he needs to say something.
Actually, that does make sense. I will give him that.
Nah, W. Trump. W. Trump.
Now, we all should know by now that the president, he'll take credit for stuff that ain't even had nothing to do with him. But the White House take credit for the Browns drafted Shedeur Sanders. Now, I'm going to break this down real simple and quick. Hey, he sent out a tweet or on his Truth Social, what is wrong with the NFL owners? Are they stupid? Trump said Deion Sanders was a great college football player and even greater in the NFL. He's also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore, Shedeur, his quarterback son, has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should have been picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck, Shedeur, and say hello to your wonderful father. During a Monday briefing, the White House press secretary was asked by a Fox News reporter about Trump. Does he deserve credit for Sanders being selected by the Browns in the 5th round? She didn't say no. All I will say is the president put out a statement, and a few rounds later, he was drafted. So I think the facts speak for themselves. Now, my opinion, or anybody else's opinion, y'all leave a comment down below. I don't think, Trump had anything to do with Shedeur getting drafted, because if you watch my next video where I talk about the real reason Shedeur slid in the draft, that's coming soon. So like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about the Moneymane you already know. But the connection with Trump and the Browns owner Jimmy is non-existent. There's no connection to Trump and Jimmy Haslam. They didn't even donate to Trump's campaign at all, but they donated to the Republican campaign, but they didn't donate specifically to Trump campaign. They actually donated to Trump's opponent campaign at the time, before Trump became the actual Republican representative for the presidency. They actually donated to Tim Scott, Trump's primary opponent. And neither his brother, Jim Haslam's brother, Bill, or himself or his wife, they did not donate to Trump's inauguration committee or towards his campaign at all. But the speculation is that the Brown owner made Andrew Berry draft Shedeur because back in 2014, he told the front office to draft Johnny Manziel over Derek Carr and Teddy Bridgewater at the suggestion of a homeless man, apparently. But he the owner. He can do what he want. He the owner. He can make decisions like that. If he told him to draft Shedeur, that's what you gonna do, because I'm the owner of the team. You ain't gonna tell me I can't draft this player or not to get this player just because or whatever. But if he did tell them that, which I don't think so, he got the right to do that. He's the owner of the team, just vice versa. Like, they do have the right to not draft him, but my reasoning is it has to be for a football reason and not a emotional, personal reason just because you don't like the player or you don't like his father. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that's the reason why you didn't draft the player, because of his father that hasn't played in the NFL in over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be a real reason. But that's just my take, man. Y'all got your own opinion. Y'all leave a comment down below and tell me what y'all think.